The views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of Paltalk.com, AVM software, or its advertisers.
News Talk is online. News Talk Online is a production of Paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the internet with more than 4 million unique users on demand on iTunes and on YouTube. And thanks to our good friends at CRN Digital Talk Radio, we are distributed to cable systems serving an additional 12 million households. I'm your host, Gary Baumgarten. Our guest today, sitting to my right, is Pulitzer Prize winning reporter David Cay Johnston. I will formally introduce you in just a second, but I want to talk about some breaking news first. As many of you know, storms tore yesterday and again today across Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, and Alabama, overturning trucks, trapping people, ripping up houses, smashing cars, uprooting trees. The death toll latest, just clearing the wires, is at 52 people. Tennessee was hardest hit, but Kentucky was hit as well. And before we go into the interview, I want to get a report from Iris in Kentucky. Iris, could you come up to the mic and tell us what the situation is there now? I understand that your farm actually took a direct hit.
Yes, it did. My barn is demolished. I've got livestock that is dead, and trees are uprooted from my ground in my yard. A lot of people have lost a lot of things here in Kentucky over this storm, and it's still going. You can probably hear the wind whistling in the background as I talk, and I'm in my home. There's a lot of buildings tore up, and a lot of homes simply tore up badly. Trailers have been just picked up and thrown away. And a lot of families are losing a lot of things actually here in Kentucky. I know it's probably worse in the other parts of the area, but if it's as bad as it is here, God bless them. You know, it's really bad here, Gary. It really is.
So, Iris, what kind of warnings did you get? Was there sufficient warning to be able to take cover?
Yes, there was actually this time. They have set off all the sirens, and the local news has come through in their vans, motioning people to get in their homes with sirens going too. The local area police have been also roaming the areas with their sirens blasting and posting over their intercoms to get in the house and take shelter, or get in your storm cellars and take shelter, because we've got 70-mile-an-hour winds. This is totally strange for this time of the year. Totally strange.
Yeah, we got unbelievably warm weather here in New York City as well, and actually your storm is heading our way, although it's supposed to be dissipated a little bit by the time it gets to us. But it's like, what is it, the 60s today?
I worked up a sweat walking here from the subway.
There you go.
In the middle of the winter.
In the middle of the winter, it's just unbelievable. So how are you emotionally? I can hear it in your voice, Iris, that it's a bit traumatic, this whole experience.
Well, it's very emotional. My children had to go to school, and the winds were so bad that I was afraid the bus would turn over, on their way home. It's very emotional, very, very, and to lose my animals, they were my babies. That really takes it from me too. But I guess God has a plan, do you think?
I guess I've stopped trying to put religious significance on things because you can't win with that one, I don't think. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm sorry about the loss of your barn. I'm glad your house is okay, and I'm glad that you're physically okay. What are they doing, Iris, to help people who have lost? As you said, you went around your community and you found that people's trailers had been uplifted and homes had been flattened. Have you any idea of what is being done to assist those individuals? Did we lose Iris?
Actually, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Iris.
Am I here? Yes, go ahead, Iris. Actually, right now, there have been nothing done because the storms are still here. We still have very, very hard winds, and there haven't been anything going on right now, as of yet. But I'm sure that they'll probably put them up in the churches that have places to take care of them, and the shelters around the area.
Well, as you may or may not know, Paltalk has a long-standing relationship with the American Red Cross, and we would encourage people at time of disaster, and even when there is no disaster, to support the Red Cross. They do a superb job, or any other charity, such as the Southern Baptists or the Salvation Army, that you feel can be helpful. And Iris, if you have any information about local fundraising that's going on, please feel free to come back to the show tomorrow and let us know, and we'll be happy to publicize that for you. Iris in Kentucky, in the area where 52 people in 5 states have been killed by tornadoes. Take care and good luck to you there. Now to the main event of the show. My guest today is David Cay Johnston. He is a New York Times investigative reporter. His reporting currently focuses on taxation. His new book, which I will hold up for you here, is called Free Lunch: How the Wealthiest Americans Enrich Themselves at Government Expense and Stick You with the Bill. It reveals hidden subsidies, rigged markets, and what you term corporate socialism. I kind of, reading the book, would refer to it as corporate welfare. There are a lot of people on the right who oppose welfare, basically, and you know, they don't want to give some poor person any money. They want them to you know, pull themselves up by their bootstraps, go out and get a job like the rest of us, support their family, don't be deadbeats. That pales in comparison to what I'm reading in this book about some of the biggest names, including Donald Trump.
Yep.
Donald Trump gets corporate welfare?
He actually, Donald Trump got Donald Trump's casino company got $89 million that was diverted from a tax that is imposed in New Jersey for the poor. It is specifically to help the poor. And the last time I checked, Mr. Trump was not holding himself out as impoverished.
How the hell does a guy like Donald Trump get money that's directed toward poor people?
Well, the argument, Gary, is, well, Mr. Trump is going to build additional retail space at his casinos in Atlantic City. And we're talking about high-end retail, not the kind poor people or even middle-class people tend to shop.
And he's going to hire people from Atlantic City to work there.
That's sort of the theory. Mm-hmm. And this theory has been used all over the country. But in fact, the beneficiaries are not the poor. And here's the question to ask. If we have market capitalism, mm-hmm. why should the government be subsidizing businesses? If there is a market, then you'll invest and you'll earn a return. If there isn't a market because it doesn't exist or you made an error in judgment, then you lose your money. That's the market. Instead, what we're doing is having government decide who is going to be